what's left.
How long has it been?
18 years.
Just sad. If they have a ghost here, you know.
Can't be easy. A young girl living in a haunted place.
What might your name be?
Beloved.
What you looking for when you come here, beloved?
I think the baby got plans.
A baby?
No, it's grown. It's the age it would have been had it lived. She a charmed child from the beginning.
Just get why she hold on to you. I just can't see why you holding on to her.
You will never leave us, will you?
Don't tell me what to do, but I'm on your side. She the one. She the one I need.
Here in this place, we are flesh. Flesh that weeps, laughs, dances barefoot in the grass.
I'm running from nothing, because I'd rather know my children were in peace in heaven and live in a hell here on earth. So help me, Jesus.
Me and my woman's plan on starting a new life. Nobody's gonna own us no more. Nobody's gonna own my children either.
No matter what happens, God has sent you home.
Hello everyone, this is Bibilin Bitapan. Since I am done discussing my chosen novel in English or British literature, today I am going to discuss to you my chosen novel in American literature, which is Beloved by Toni Morrison. But before we proceed to the summary, analysis, and its theme, as well as my reflection, let us know first the background of the writer and its style of writing. So, Chloe Anthony Wofford, known to the literary world as Toni Morrison. She was born on February 18, 1931 in Lorain, Ohio. She passed away on August 5, 2019 at the age of 88. So she was raised in African American working class family. She thrived despite the economic constraints. Her remarkable literary talents earned her numerous accolades, including the Pulitzer Prize for Beloved in 1988 and the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1993. So before penning Beloved, Morrison was a fiction editor at a prominent publishing house. She left this position to focus on her writing, guided by her aim to free language from racially determined chains. This profound understanding of language and identity deeply informs her work. Her style of writing are the following. So first, we have lyrical and poetic. Morrison's writing is renowned for its lyrical quality, evoking a sense of beauty and pain through evocative imagery and powerful language. Next, we have nonlinear narrative. She frequently employs nonlinear storytelling, shifting between past and present, mirroring the fragmented memories and lives of her characters. Next, we have symbolism and metaphor. Morrison masterfully uses symbols and metaphors to convey complex themes and ideas, adding richness and depth to her narratives. So lastly, we have Southern Gothic elements. Her work often incorporates elements of Southern Gothic, drawing attention to the darker aspects of human nature, the grotesque and enduring impact of a traumatic past. Now, let us move on to the summary of the novel. So later did I know that the novel is based on the true story of a black slave woman who is Margaret Garnier, who in 1856 escaped from a Kentucky plantation with her husband Robert and their children. So they sought a refuge in Ohio, but their owner and law officers soon caught up with the family. So before their recapture, Margaret killed her young daughter to prevent her return to slavery. So in the novel that I read and also in the movie that I watched for references, Sethi is also a passionately devoted mother who flees with her children from an abusive owner known as the school teacher. So they are caught and in an act of a supreme love and sacrifice. She too tries to kill her children to keep them from slavery. So only her 2-year-old daughter dies and the school teacher. The school teacher, believing that Sethi is crazy, decides to not to take her back. So Sethi later has Beloved, inscribed in her daughter's tombstone. So, although she had intended for it to read, "Dearly beloved," she did not have the energy to pay for 2 words because each word cost her 10 minutes of sex with the engraver. So these events are revealed in flashbacks as the novel opens in 1873 with Sethi and her teenage daughter Denver. So living in Ohio, where their house at 124 Bluestones Road is haunted by the angry ghost of the child Sethi killed. The hauntings are alleviated by the arrival of Paul D., a man that is so ravaged by his slave past that he keeps his feelings in the tobacco bin of his heart. He worked on the same plantation as Seti, and the two begin a relationship. So, a brief period of relative calm ends with the appearance of a young woman who says that her name is Beloved. She knows things that suggest she is the reincarnation of Seti's lost daughter. Seti is obsessed with assuaging her guilt and tries to placate the increasingly demanding and manipulative Beloved. At one point, Beloved seduces Paul D after learning that Seti killed her daughter. So he leaves. The situation at 124 Bluestone worsens as Seti loses her job and becomes completely fixated on Beloved, who is soon revealed to be pregnant, while the lonely and largely housebound Denver initially befriends Beloved. She begins to grow concerned. She finally dares to venture outside in order to ask the community for help, and she is given food and a job. As the local women attempt to stage an exorcism, Denver's employer arrives to take her to work, and Seti mistakes him for school teacher and tries to attack him with an ice pick. The other women restrain her, and during the commotion, Beloved disappears. So Paul D later returns to the grieving Seti, promising to care for her, and Denver continues to thrive in the outside. Now, let us discuss the analysis of the novel. So first we have Seti. So Seti is haunted by the past. In the novel, she is the central figure, haunted by the trauma of slavery and the decisions she made to kill her baby daughter rather than see her returned to the horrors of the plantation. So these events, while fueled by desperate love, defines her life. Next, we have motherhood and sacrifice. Seti's love for her children is boundless, but it is also shaped by the pain of losing her first child and the constant fear of losing the rest. So her love for her children drives her to make unimaginable sacrifices. Next, desire for freedom. Seti's yearning for freedom is central to her character. She risked everything to escape slavery, but freedom comes at a high cost. She struggles to find peace and the sense of belonging in a world still marked by the scars of slavery. Lastly, we have resilience and strength. Despite the depths of her trauma, Seti demonstrates immense resilience. She clings to hope even when faced with overwhelming hardships. Next, we have Beloved. So, embodiment of trauma. Beloved is a complex and enigmatic figure. She is both a living manifestation of Seti's past and a symbol of haunting nature of trauma. Her presence is both comforting and terrifying. Desire for connection. So, Beloved, in her own way, embodies the desire for connection and belonging that is so fundamental to the human experience. She craves the love and attention that she was denied in her life. Lastly, we have representation of the collective past. So, Beloved can be seen as a symbol of the collective trauma experienced by African Americans under slavery. She embodies the losses and the lingering pain of that history. On the other hand, we have Paul D. He is a survivor of slavery. Paul D., like Seti, is a survivor of slavery. His experiences on the plantation are harrowing, but he carries a quiet strength and resilience. He is a grounding force for City. Next, desire for healing. Paul D seeks to heal from the trauma from his past. He struggles to forget the horrors he endured, but he finds solace in love and companionship. He is a symbol of hope. Paul D represents this possibility of healing and moving forward despite the lingering effects of slavery. He offers Seti support and reminds her that life can continue even in the face of immense loss. Lastly, we have a Denver. She has the ability of innocence and observation. Denver is Seti's daughter, who has grown up in the shadow of her mother's past. She embodies innocence and a sense of wonder about the world. So, coming of age. Denver undergoes a process of coming of age throughout the novel. She confronts the reality of her mother's past and the challenges of navigating a world still marked by racism. So, lastly, we have faith and love. Denver's faith in her mother and her ability to find love and connection in the face of adversity are central to her look. Now, let us discuss its theme. So, Beloved is a powerful novel that delves into the traumatic legacy of slavery in African Americans. The themes explored in the book are complex and interwoven, reflecting the multifaceted nature of the experience of African Americans during and after slavery. Firstly, we have memory and trauma. The novel explores how trauma can be passed down through generations and how it can impact individuals and communities. Sethi, the protagonist, is haunted by the memory of her escaped from slavery and the brutal decision she made to kill her baby rather than see her returned to the horrors of slavery. The novel also explores the ways in which memory can be both a source of pain and a source of strength, allowing characters to confront their past and find a path to healing. Secondly, we have the power of storytelling. Storytelling is a central theme in the novel, as characters use stories to grapple with their past and find meaning in their lives. Sethi's story of her escape and the death of her daughter is a central narrative that shapes the lives of characters around her. The novel itself can be seen as a testament to the power of storytelling to illuminate the past and help us understand the present. Thirdly, we have the impact of slavery on family. Beloved is not only a story about a family, but also a powerful testament to the ways in which slavery shattered families and left lasting wounds on individuals and communities. The novel explores the broken relationships between Sethi and her daughter, Denver, and the challenges they face in rebuilding their lives. It is also highlights the importance of community and the ways in which families can be recreated through love and support. Next, we have the legacy of slavery. The novel explores the enduring legacy of slavery in America, showing how its effects continue to shape the lives of African Americans long after its abolition. The novel explores themes of racial violence, discrimination, and the struggle for equality in a society still marked by the scars of slavery. Lastly, identity and belonging. The novel explores the complexities of identity and belonging in a society that has historically denied African Americans their full humanity. Sethi struggles to define her own identity in the face of her past and the trauma of slavery. She also grapples with the question of whether she belongs in the community where she lives, given her history and the choices she has made. Now let us move on to my reflection. Reading and watching Beloved, it was a powerful experience. It really made me think. I knew about slavery, but this book brought it to life and also made it surreal. I felt like I was right there with Sethi, running through the woods, desperate to be free. So, Beloved is a powerful reminder that the past isn't just history, it continues to influence our, our present, rather. So throughout the novel, I can see my mother's situation on Seti. It's not about killing their children, but as a mother who are willing to sacrifice everything for the good future of your children. So long ago, my mom chose to forget her own happiness on finding someone or new husband after my father's passing. She sacrificed all her happiness in her 30s and she focused on taking care of her children. Feed them, guide them, even if in the most challenging days and years. She stand up as a mother and a father in the house in order to make her children strong and never let anyone could harm them. I also want to share my favorite quote in the novel. That one Sethi had says, "Love is or it ain't, thin love ain't love at all." Because this quote expresses a deep understanding of love and its power. It highlights the idea that love is a powerful force that cannot be diluted or diminished. It is either present in its entirety or it doesn't exist at all. One thing about Beloved, it also encourages us people to engage in acts of empathy and understanding, to listen to the stories of those who have suffered, and to work together to build a more just and equitable society for all.